Okay, guys, so for the next part, unfortunately, I said I was going to show how OP the rush shed is, but I'm not going to show that yet, unfortunately. The next stage we're going to be going to is Shadow Man, and really, in Shadow Man stage, there's no sections where you have to use the rush jet. Or at least, yet, I should say. Foreboding, yes. Yet, believe me, the rush jet becomes very useful in this stage later on when we come back to it. Yes, we're going to be coming back to this stage. And Shadow Man is a freaking ninja, as you saw there, and his stage looks like Heat Man's stage, kinda, except, I guess, more detail, and it overall looks better, and it has actually a kick-ass theme to it. Do 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 do. Anyway, yep. I always liked Shadow Man stage. Shadow Man stage is probably one of my favorite Robot Master stages. Like, no lie, it just looks really cool in my opinion. Even though it has nothing to do with a ninja. But I digress. Let's just keep going. Oh shit. It's that mysterious Breakman again, who's been on the right of the screen border thing throughout this entirety of this playthrough. And he is a complete joke, as always. Just keep constantly shooting him. He always does the same thing. I can even show you what he does. He just does this. Just jumping and shooting back and forth. And you can slide under him like nothing and then, you know, shoot him from the back. He's pretty sad, to be honest. Mega Man's so-called rival in this game because he does everything Mega Man can do. But supposedly he can do it better, but not really. And oh yes, I'm using the top spin, and wow, look at that. It can instant kill these guys. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This top spin can be freaking useful at certain parts if you use it correctly, unlike some other people who they think that they can, you know, just use it on any enemy. Really, you gotta know the specific enemies you use it on. You can freaking instant kill them pretty easily. And here, there's these weird things that make the screen entirely black, but luckily, because the Search Snake has a bit of a jumping reach to it, all I have to do is jump up a little bit and can instant kill it. And this is another portion where the Search Snake comes useful, because there's going to be all kinds of enemies on the ground here, and all you gotta do is just keep running forward. That's literally all you have to do at this part here. Just keep running forward and shooting at these weird grenade, suiciding robot things. Make sure you keep shooting it, of course, though. You can even slide to go a bit faster. That's all you have to do in this portion here. See, I didn't even stop once just to, like, you know, take my time to kill those guys or anything. Oh, shit. I got hit by that guy. And here, there's these weird-ass freaking... Well, watch out for the lava. But there's these weird-ass freaking, parachuting assholes. But luckily, with the magnet missile, these guys are a complete wimp. Complete wimps. So, yeah, those were those guys. And that's the end of Shadow Man stage, to be honest. There's these weird dragonfly things that'll come at you. But besides that, that is it. Oh, and also another note, as you saw there, I said in the last part, or not in the last part, but in Mega Man 2 that Wily's symbol would always show up from now on the doors, but obviously Dr. Wily, quote-unquote, has reformed, so he's not the cause of these Robot Masters going bad, so that's why none of his symbols are showing up on the top of the doors, but usually that becomes a staple in the series, that Dr. Wily's symbol will show up on the top of the boss door before you enter a room, but I digress. Anyway, so we're about to fight Shadow Man, and Shadow Man, he's pretty tough. Like, he's probably the hardest Robot Master in the game, but we've got an E-Tank, and I promised that I was going to fight all these Robot Masters with just my Mega Buster, and holy crap. Shadow Man, he'll randomly switch from sliding into you to, freaking you know, throwing his ninja blade shits or whatever the hell they're called. And now I'm actually going to use an E-Tank because he's about to kill me. And the whole problem is that he's just random on what he does, so I never know if I should jump really high or if I have to jump at a certain angle to dodge the blades. Like, see there, I didn't know he was going to shoot the blades. Like, see there, I didn't even know he was going to shoot the blades again. And he can be kind of tough. See, I almost died here again. Look at that. I even used an E-Tank and he almost got me. So he can be pretty tough. But the top spin is actually his weakness, and the top spin can kill him in like 2 hits. But funny thing about that is that there's a weird glitch with the top spin where if you hit him once, it'll like take all the top spin's energy or some shit like that. I don't know. That's another contributing factor as to why people say the top spin is shit, but I disagree with them. And so there we got the Shadow Blade, and the Shadow Blade, what it does is it's basically like the Metal Blade, except it's been nerfed, basically. In that you can only shoot, you can't shoot to the bottom left and bottom right and right below you anymore. You can only shoot in, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can only shoot in 5 directions now with the Metal Blade, none of them being, you know, downwards or anything like that. Or not Metal Blade, Shadow Blade, I mean. And also it has less reach, and it can only have 1 on the screen at a time. That doesn't mean it sucks, though. The Shadow Blade is actually pretty good. Obviously, it's not as good as the Metal Blade, because I think they saw from Mega Man 2 that the Metal Blade was freaking OP as shit. And also, the Shadow Blade doesn't kill most bosses in, like, you know, a few hits. It's not the weakness to, like, 3 or 4 bosses, unlike in Mega Man 2, where the Metal Blade was basically the weakness for every single boss. But, you know, I still like the Shadow Blade. It's alright. And then we got Rush Marine, which is completely useless in this game because Rush Marine is basically a submarine mode for Rush. But let me tell you, Rush Marine, I'm never gonna use that thing because you can just, there's a weird glitch thing that they overlooked, and it's that you can even use the jet form of Rush in underwater. And because Rush Marine and Rush Jet are very similar, the only difference being that Rush Marine is meant for water and Rush Jet is meant for the air. You can still use Rush Jet underwater, so it's basically useless. And also, Rush Jet has the potential to last you a lot longer than in Rush Marine. And also, there's no water. There's hardly any water segments in this game, so Rush Marine is pretty fucking useless, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, we just beat Shadow Man, and now we've got 3 Robot Masters left. We got this orange-looking Spark Man. We've got Blue Hard Man. That's disgusting, by the way, Hard Man. I honestly don't know what they were thinking with some of the Robot Master names, seriously. Anyway, and then we've got the whitish-blue-looking Gemini Man. So we'll take on one of these 3 in the next part.